Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another Nikke Goddess of Victory video. If you guys are not aware, we have more and more news talking about the collaboration. Alright, they've released plenty of information right now regarding the skill kit for both characters, Ram and Emilia. That's what I want to be focusing on because both are SSR characters, and if you guys are thinking who to pull, hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a little bit of light on who I think is better. And also, of course, you can see the login rewards as follows, right? You get these advanced recruit vouchers. The SRM will be free, available on day 3 as you can see, and then the rest are pretty straightforward. Alright, you do get a number of advanced recruit vouchers, so make sure you guys are logging in every single day. As always, the event is going to last for more than 2 weeks, but you will be able to have enough time to hopefully gather all of these resources by logging in every single day. Now let's have a look at the costumes beforehand, right? So the costumes are going to be a little bit interesting. So this is going to be the costume for Emilia Clumsy Maid. As you can see, this is roughly how it looks like, and this is the one that's available via the costume gacha. Now if you guys want to go all the way with costume gacha, you guys are aware of the format by now. It's going to cost you about $60 US. It's a bit expensive, I get it, but hey, that's just how it is. And one more is going to be of the fresh pass. This one is going to be available in a battle pass, which you can purchase $20. Alright, you are also going to be getting tickets usually alongside with it. You get some additional tickets alongside with that, and I do think that this is going to be the better value out of the two. And in my humble opinion, this is also seems to be the better looking one as well. So definitely gotta wait for the whole costume where you can look at every single angle of the character. But for now, this is going to be the other costume for Ram, right? So let's talk about both of them. We're gonna first look at Emilia and see what she's able to do. Okay, so let's have a look. So as you can see, this is her attacking stance as follows. Alright, she will be able to perform the attacks. And she reminds me a little bit of Rapunzel, right? For fair reasons, because they are both using this mystic powered stuff, magic power. As you can see, you have to aim, and it feels like the charge speed is really fast as well. Alright, that seems pretty good. So that's going to be her skill burst in, and you can see she basically does a full charge up to 1000%, and boom, release. That's going to be how her burst skill works. Alright, very interesting burst skill. Her burst skill is going to be similar to, I guess, Maxwell or Snow White in that sense. And then we have Ram. This is going to be a little bit different, right? So Ram right here, she is going to be a supporter, keep in mind. So she is going to be a little bit different in that sense. So by being a supporter, that means she's slotting in burst 2. If you guys haven't seen yet, we're going to talk about her kit slowly. And this is her big, gigantic gun. Actually, pretty massive. Now, I do think that the design is fine as it is, right? At least for me. Both of them are going to be water elemental characters. And looks like for her, right, for Ram right here, it seems like this particular animation, that burst cut-in animation, that looks really cool. I like that. Alright, I actually think that's really cool. It doesn't make her look like a supporter, it makes her look like a damage dealer more so. Now, let's talk about their kits in general. So, first things first, we're gonna focus on Emilia. So, Emilia is going to be an attacker burst 3. Alright, water type, again, very simple, very straightforward. So, what is she all about? Her skill 1, as you can see, gonna try to see if I can zoom in a little bit. So, she has this ability. When she attacks with full charge, she will always be able to increase the charge speed by 13%. Alright, this is going to affect self. I think this is good, right? This is actually a good thing. That means she's going to be auto-friendly in a way. She doesn't need, like, you don't have to like spam her charge all the time. So ideally, it does benefit from getting the full charge all the time. So charge damage increased by 2% for every unit in the final max ammo capacity, and it lasts for 1 round. Now this is going to be pretty interesting. Alright, her charge damage is going to scale off max ammo capacity, which I think this is going to be something that we'll have to see in effect how well this does overall to her kit, right? So as long as, you know, it's not too broken, I think I should be pretty happy with that. So her skill 2, Great Spirit's Mace. Now activates when attacking with full charge. Again, I like this. These 2 skill, the condition is very easy to meet. As long as you constantly stack full charge, you will be able to get it consistently. Now she does do this thing called fixed damage, which is very interesting. Very interesting mechanic to the main body, equal to 58% of the damage dealt by self. Now fixed damage, meaning usually in games this means that this damage cannot crit. So crit rate, crit damage, irrelevant. So attack percent is going to be the scaling of the fixed damage in general, right? And then you have this particular thing when activates when entering full burst, right? Increase your own max ammo capacity by 3 rounds. Very, very good, straightforward thing. And then her burst skill is going to last for 40 seconds. Every time you activate that, it gives her explosion range increased by 101%. And also, she basically can charge this thing up to 1000%, as you guys saw earlier, right? Where she's basically just constantly sitting there, that particular high-powered shooting missile or whatever you want to call that. So that is going to give her the most damage, I assume, right? But also decrease charge speed and increase charge damage. It goes up to 1300% charge damage. Very interesting concept. But again, is she going to be auto-friendly? Because this seems really good on bosses. Like this particular, her burst skill seems really good on bosses. And I usually don't like to, let's put it in perspective similar to Maxwell and Snow White. If you fight a lot of enemies on the map, this skill is not going to seem that impressive, especially it just hits one target, right? And it's just one shot. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Is she going to be good for bosses? If so, that's going to be where she shines. Against, an area in story where there's multiple minions, she's not going to shine there as much compared to the other DPS characters. So something to always keep in mind. So now let's talk about the other character, in this case Ram. Now Ram is a burst 2 supporter. I do think that she's going to be much more future-proof between these two, right? So she is going to be a very interesting concept. So skill 1, leave it to Ram. As you can see, right, what she does is activates after landing 15 normal attacks. She's going to increase her attack by 4.22%, and this can stack 30 times. Pretty insane. Now, as you can see, when using burst skill affects all allies, she shares HP recovery for 10 seconds. Now, what does this mean? So burst 2 healer, again, we have seen this before. Usually they are all pretty meta. At least right now the burst 2 healer that's meta somewhat is going to be Blanc and Nor that can heal, because Blanc is a very good healer. Marciana is also going to be very, very good. But can Ram compete with those two, right? That's the truth, right? Here you can see the passive skill 2 is the heal. So when you activate, when you enter battle, alright, recovers 42% of attack damage as HP continuously. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Activates, again, both condition activates when enter battle, affects self and 2 rocket launcher wielding ally units with the highest attack, shares HP recovery continuously. So she will be able to constantly heal, in this case, rocket launcher allies on her passive skill, but on her skill 1, when she enters burst skill, then this one affects all allies. So she can still heal everyone via the skill 1, but it only lasts during the burst skill duration of 10 seconds, right, as you can see. So that's something to keep in mind. We need to see how this healing effect goes, but this is where it gets crazy. The burst skill, 20 seconds. Alright, critical rate increased by 37%. Very interesting. Affects all allies with rocket launcher. Increase attack by 50% of the caster's attack for 10 seconds. That is a lot. 50% scaling of increased attack is just insane. Albeit, it will only affect characters with rocket launcher, so that's going to be something to keep in mind. But max ammo capacity increased by 5 rounds for 10 seconds. Now, let's have a look at the option that we have, right? If you guys have been pulling for this character, Scarlet Black Shadow, and you guys know she's a beast right now, alright? So I do think that Ram might actually pair really, really well with her. So the truth is, if you go to all the list of characters right now, look at Rocket Launcher, right? Who are the meta ones? I would say Scarlet Black Shadow, A2 somewhat, alright? She could be actually really good with A2 if you think about it, right? Because A2 is a character that consistently needs heals, and Ram somehow can heal consistently and also give you the boost of rocket launcher. So is A2 going to be meta? I have a feeling so. I actually do have a feeling so. The reason why A2 is really hard to use is because of this particular skill. When she enters Mood B, alright, she will always consume her own HP. Right, her HP will always go down by 4.53% every seconds, while her attack and charge speed increase. And once she enters below 40% HP, this Mood B deactivates. But looking at Ram's kit, this might have a huge potential in trying to perma buff A2, hopefully, because she will be able to always consistently share HP recovery with 2 rocket launcher wielding ally units with the highest attack. And hopefully, if you pair them together, A2 is in that party as well. And if you look at all the other characters, it's probably going to be A2 and Scarlet Black Shadow. These two are pretty much the meta damage dealers for now, maybe Vesti to a certain extent, but I think it opens up a bunch of possibilities. By the way, Laplace is going to have her Treasurer system coming later on, so she might become meta later on as well. And if you think about it, if you're willing to, wait for a bit, I do think that Ram might actually get better with time. So with that being said, I feel like if you have to pull, or if you are looking to pull for one of these two characters and you can only pull for one, Ram might be a better pull because she's going to be a supporter that's constantly buffing rocket launcher ally units, and I think this is going to be something that, with more rocket launcher units to come in the future, she might become meta later on. So that's something that we'll have to see. Right now, it looks like she has a lot of potential. I'm really happy for this. Definitely going to test her out when she comes out. She's going to come in the later half. But for now, we're going to have to, focus and concentrate on Emilia first, coming this week. With that being said, let me know what you guys think. Alright, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, subscribe, give this video a like. Are you guys excited for ReZero collab? Have a nice day. Goodbye.